Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Module 5 of EDU 671. My name is Anita Stewart McCafferty, faculty with Ed Leadership here at USM, and I want to walk you through the way that Module 5 is set up. It focuses on decision-making, problem-solving, and motivation, and our guiding questions for Module 5 are as follows. How are decisions made? Who has power and authority? How is input sought, used, and valued? Who is left out of the decision-making process in your teams and schools or district? And what are the key decision-making skills and competencies that one should develop or hone? How do or should leaders and organizations motivate those within their organizations? So as you can see, the book Decisive by the Heath brothers has set us up well to be able to really launch into this particular module. Our Module 5 objectives are twofold. One is for you to be able to explain how leaders can develop and hone key decision-making skills and competencies, and for you to be able to describe how leaders can seek input from a diverse and divergent group, and how doing so helps to spread the locus of power and authority. During this module, you'll have the opportunity to continue your reading the next third, so about 2/3 of your choice book, I would recommend at this point. And then you'll have the opportunity to read and view the articles and materials around decision-making, problem-solving, motivation, and power that are found in the reading and viewing section of this module. You'll also have the opportunity to begin drafting your final paper. So the final paper or the final assignment for this course is focused around this idea of you being able to move into a school as a leader. I refer to it as the main school. And there are demographics that are listed that you'll be able to access by clicking on that link that takes you to the final paper. And there, just to give an overview, we're really thinking about the ideas of what we know about exemplary schools today and thinking about those bullet points that are there around exemplary schools, like you plan for the future and you focus on results, you're being able to foster an openness to creativity and innovative change, you recognize and value diversity, you create leadership opportunities for staff and students, you involve the community in the work of the school, you encourage cooperative, collaborative, and independent behavior, and you provide equitable opportunities for students and staff. So kind of thinking about those important components of an exemplary school, then what you're asked to do is to think about the demographics of this imaginary school, the main school, where you have 750 students from a variety of countries speaking a number of different languages, where you have a high turnover rate of staff. There are 3 administrators, a principal, a couple of assistant principals, and that there have been 6 different administrators in the last 10 years. There are the test scores, at least according to the standardized testing in all areas, are below state averages. There are a high number of students that receive free and reduced lunch. There are faculty cliques. We've got some parents that are expressing concerns about the attitude of some of the faculty towards students. It is a traditionally tracked curriculum with homogeneous groupings for the most part. There are some bright spots though as well. Some of your graduating students attend the finest post-secondary schools in the country. And there have been decisions that have been made by administrators with little or no faculty, student, or community input. And there tends to be little parent involvement in the schools. So your task is to really describe a plan and a process that you would use to bring the main school in alignment with the exemplary school criteria that I listed at the beginning. Include the major issues that you would have to consider and the strategies that you would need to implement to address the issues identified in the list above. And also describe the plan for evaluating the degree to which your school meets the characteristics of an exemplary school. So how will you know if you're making progress? How will you know if you are on your way to greatness with your school? And you get an opportunity to determine if the main school is going to be an elementary school, a middle school, a K-8 school, a high school, or some other alternative combination. So that's the big assignment and for the final project. And so really encouraging you at this point to make sure that you're starting a draft, starting to dive into that. I'm going to dive into that assignment. And I'm going to ask that at the end of the week that you submit a draft, just so I can start to see your thinking and where you're at. It won't be a draft for, you know, a grade in terms of your proficiency. It's just to make sure that everybody gets started and that you've started to think through some of those major components. Module 5 discussion is focused once again around the book Decisive, and it really looks at the WRAP process, the WHRAP process that the Heath brothers introduced us to during that book. I hope that you enjoyed the opportunity to read further in your own choice book and to start to think about how you might apply what we're learning throughout this course to this final paper, where you're imagining that you are just coming in as a brand new leader in a school that could use some help, your help in particular. All right, enjoy the module.